Hello everyone, I'm Mo and I've lost over 140 pounds in under 6 months by eating right, and I have helped hundreds of our clients do the same thing. So I know anybody can do it. So follow along to figure out how you can do it from home and to give you real results. So stay with me here. All right. In this episode, we're going to break down how I lost 15 pounds, and full disclaimer, the actual number is 14.4. So yeah, I had to round up to 15, but the actual number is 14.4 in under 7 days. And I'm going to walk you guys through exactly what I did, how I got there, what made it simple, and how I'm sustaining and still continuously losing weight thanks to following a good regimen for food. Now, my starting weight, let's just share the screen. What I use to track everything on my current thing is I really like Renfo. I love their scale. It's very, very simple. Here is a share screen of where we're at. We started that Monday at 174 pounds on average. As you weigh yourself throughout the day on the scale, the more you can, it gives you a better average actual number.
Day one, we just did our weight, and we are at the heaviest we have been in the past 2-3 months.
And then from there, we started actually following the regimen. What we did was consume a daily of 1 to 2 meals depending on my walk time load, and then lastly, the meals were very calculated to fit my body's specific macro calculations to be in a fat burning state. And I do like to track myself using this bad boy here. So how I do this is we got from 174 to 169. That is a big jump, but remember this, that first jump is a lot of water weight. So it's okay, it's a good thing because it starts the motivation. But the bad thing is it is water weight. The good news is that water weight reduces the inflammation. The more water weight that comes off, the less inflamed we are, and the easier it is now to actually start burning fat rather than just keep trying to burn the carbs and then go back to reloading the carbs and keep it. So the goal is to burn the fat in this. We then got to day 2. Day 2 to day 3, we lost about 4 pounds. And the good news here is I had already started burning ketones for energy. And I saw that via this tracker, and I'll put the screenshots above. And using that bad boy, once you start burning the fat, you're going to start noticing the BMI drop. Now let's look at the BMI on this bad boy. From the first day, we did lose a good 0.5%. See, the first day, the weight loss was high, but the BMI was a lot lower. The second day, it evened out a little bit more. And then as the days continued, it ended up matching out the number. And if we look at the actual full body fat percentage, which I like that metric better, we can see here that the first day was a pretty all right sizable number, but then the second and third, those days were consistently high numbers with a marginally good weight loss number. And we can see that here with the weight, because as the days continued, the weight loss started slowing down, because now we weren't just burning water, we were burning pure fat every day. And as I'm just walking, I'm not actually pushing the exercise. I think we could have doubled this number, but the goal isn't to double it and go crazy. The goal is just to show you how you can also do it from home, and anybody can use this to heal themselves, because once you start healing, you start literally feeling better. No matter how much bad news you get through, when you're in an emotionally balanced state of mind, it is way easier to make decisions and move forward with anything you're dealing with. And that's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. So when we actually calculate the total number, what the daily rate ends up being is roughly 3 pounds a day. Now, I just want to say this. Okay, let me look this up. Average weight loss per week. Average weight loss per week. We looked this up on Google here. According to this bad boy, your aim should be to lose 1 to maybe 2 pounds a week over the long term. We did 15 to 7.5 times that, because we were doing that rate daily. We were burning that much weight daily utilizing this regimen. That is a night and day difference for healing speed. And on top of that, we were definitely in autophagy throughout the entire week, which makes it so easy to burn the fat. And you want to know what's crazy, you guys? By day 3, all the hunger was gone. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all a breeze. Sunday was a breeze. Monday, it's been a breeze. Why? Because now all of the insulin hunger spikes and ghrelin requirements are gone. And my favorite part is visceral fat. Second favorite part, visceral fat and spontaneous fat, subcutaneous fat, sorry. They go hand in hand. Bad boy went basically from 21 down to 18%. That is losing 0.6%. And then I could see it. You could see it in the waist as my my pants are genuinely getting smaller within a week, right? And then we go to visceral fat. This is like the stomach in itself. Abs are starting to come. all on their own. This is crazy. I'm not even physically exercising to gain the muscle I should be. I'm just showing you guys how easy this is and doable it is from home. We literally went down 2 on that scale, and they have a special way of calculating it using Renfo. I don't know for that one. And then my favorite thing, and this is, I don't necessarily know if this means this. If it does, that's crazy. But let's look at this. If we look at metabolic age, that is our age that the scale is calculating from our math of weight, body percentage, and it does all that instantaneously. And when I started the challenge, 37 years of age. My actual is 33. So I still think I got maybe 30. I'm still ahead of what I want to be. I want to get back to under, right? So 37, 36, we go down to 35, and all under 3 days, and it's never been this fast. But do you know why it is this fast? Because my body is fat adapted, right? I can easily burn fat and switch to it on and off because I've been doing it for years. So it's nothing special. It's just off of repetition. In this example, practice does make close to perfect. So what basically we learned from this is you can lose this much weight without running miles a day. Like, I never had a hard sweat on this. The only sweat I got was from the sun beating me as I'm walking. As maybe 2 of those days I did a mid-morning walk, like in the 8 to 10, I think, on this day. And I think Saturday I did like a 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And it's still a little hot in the mornings because the sun beats. I mean, we're in the Caribbean, right? So that's a big thing to think about. But regardless, this weight, this much pounds is insane. And it's continuing, right? We'll do another update here in the next couple of weeks. We'll show where we're at, and we'll show how easy it is to maintain and still enjoy life, because I still got to eat cake. I still got to eat desserts, and I still got to eat the best freaking meats and eggs and cheese. And oh my God, it's been a great feeding time. And because of the regimen, I enjoy the food even more when I am able to consume it. So let's break down how we did this, right? What the health benefits were, and we're going to give you some tips here so you can easily do this. Now, we started the weight at 174 on average. We ended at 159.6. 2 days later, I was actually at 158. But still, the weight continued to come off. So we lost roughly 14 to 15 pounds in an under full 7-day time frame, because that was just a Saturday. That was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We felt great doing it. We got rid of all the hunger spikes and cravings to candies and treats. And we only had to do a light walking regimen to actually enjoy the benefits. So what did we do every day? We lowered our eating window down from 8 to 10 hours a day down to 4 to 6, depending on the day. And the later into the week, the lower the regimen was, because I actually just got less and less and less hungry, right? The second thing we did is every meal was macro calculated to fit my body type and regimen. And I've been doing this for years, so I've perfected my numbers. Like I'm telling you, I could double the weight loss if I were to actually go exercise and run. I just don't want to do that, because the point of this is to make it an easy lifestyle, not necessarily to make it difficult. And the ones that do exercise, as long as you incorporate this type of eating regimen with the right recipes that macro calculates what you're doing, you can succeed tremendously with the weight loss and get really, really, really far. Now, we went over our fasting window. We went over what we would consume. It's just very, very important to calculate the macros and track them. Lastly, we went over the exercise regimen of just a simple daily walk, because you have to make the muscles move anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes. You don't want to be tired. You don't want to hate it. You want to enjoy it. And the point is to make it simple. So those were the 3 bottom foundation of how we were able to lose 15 pounds in under a full 7 days, and keeping it off and still feeling great and benefiting from the results. Now, what were the health benefits? So one, we were in a state of autophagy. Autophagy is when your cells are repairing themselves, which entail what is maybe justifying the metabolic age decline, right? Because we went from 37 down all the way to 34 in under a week. I can't even imagine what the next month to 2 months will look like. The next daily benefit or health benefit that was part of the daily routine was the amount of consumables did not ever make me feel bad, nor did I get sick or feel like I was going to get sick. My immune system was working to the best that it can at its highest optimal level so far. Then lastly, the emotional improvement of being in a balanced mental state, right? I'm always positive, and I'm positive because I mentally am not having spikes of insulin and dopamine, which is so important. As long as you're balanced, everything else will come in balance of life. And I know it's a crazy way to word it, but it's super true. And then lastly, some tips to do this. Don't downplay yourself and think you can't. That's the first step. Anybody can. Anybody can. I'm an idiot. I do stupid things, and I figured it out. So can you. Please understand that. 2, as long as you are consistent and you show yourself that the long-term goal is the key, you will make it through all of the ghrelin first, second, third day spikes. And then lastly, my favorite tip of all is just to be patient. And then lastly, the most important words of motivation is to just continue and watch the results melt off. If you're not losing the weight as fast, does not mean that you need to work out more or push yourself more. It just might mean a simple, slight macro change. And with that simple, slight macro change, you can change everything and move the numbers to your advantage. I hope today's videos helped. I hope that this breaks down, makes it simpler for you. And I hope you see how simple I was able to lose that much weight in a week. You understand you can too. And no matter how overweight you are, you can always make a change. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.